So let's just dive in and see what I've prepared for you, shall we? So, maybe you've seen a video by Thraben Yu a while ago where I actually played, when he played a build of mine that I was testing for a while, and I've been trying to make 4 Wastelands work for quite some time now in Infect, and honestly, it's really good. I don't think I've found the correct build yet, but I like it. I like the idea, and I think with Lorien especially being able to play more cards without being able to play more cards and being able to play Wastelands is really nice. Hello everyone, glad to have you here. So let me just show you what I've been thinking of. So I'm still playing 18 lands. I think you need to be playing 18 lands, but look at the mana base. I'm playing 4 Nexus and 4 Wastelands. You can only do that if you have a way to get your colored mana sources. So what I did is I just cut 4 fetches for 4 Loriens. That's pretty stock. Scam does this right now as well. And I think it's really nice. If you can pull this off, it's really, really good. Then let's go to the spice, right? What I've done is I've actually cut Berserk. This is something that I've been thinking about doing for a long while now. And sure, I know it's controversial. Everyone's always been playing Berserk, etc., etc. You know me, I've never been afraid of trying stuff out, trying weird stuff, and trying to improve the deck and trying new things. And it feels to me like I've been really unhappy with Berserk now for a long while. Sure, this is a brew, but I'm going to be trying to cut Berserks in my regular builds as well, especially with the Legolas. Berserk was usually one of those cards that we really wanted because we don't have any removal spells, but Legolas is also a removal spell, so I'm just not sure. Anyway, this is what I'm going to be doing right now. You can see that I'm playing no Spell Pierces. I'm playing 2 Ponders, 2 Silver Libraries. Really like the Silver Libraries right now. But I want to be playing 4 Wastelands and just see where we end up. Now, 0 expectations for this league. Let me just start by saying that. I've never played this build before, so we'll see where we end up. Sideboard pretty stock. 2+ Storms, Veils, Endurances for all the scam stuff. Cages, Swords, Force of Vigors. If you've watched my Legacy content, you know that this is pretty standard stuff right now. Scams everywhere, you need to be playing a lot of Graveyard Hate, and that's what we will be doing. Right, enough for chit-chat. Let's just dive into some games, shall we? Excited for this one, let's just dive in. Yes, I would like to play first. Give me some Wastelands here. No Wasteland, but this is fine. I'm going to keep. So I now have Threat. I have turn 2 clock. Turn 2 clock, what's that? I have a... yeah. Yeah. No, it's true, right. Turn 2 clock. I was going to say turn 2 kill. Not the same. Anyway, I'm just going to fire off Tropical, play Glistener Elf, and this Force of Will is going to pitch Blighted Agents. You know what's really unfortunate about our deck? When you play Force of Wills, every single blue card that we have is something that we do not want to pitch. And if you have enough lands, that's something that Lorien can do, which is nice. Hey Sage, glad to have you here. Belgian beers are back, by the way. Okay, so nothing. That's great. I'm glad to have you back. Well, I'm glad to be back, Phil. Yeah, for some reason, the exclamation mark deck list doesn't work. I'm not sure why. I really don't know why. I just don't understand why it doesn't work. I have a bot in the chat, so I don't know. But if you want to see the deck list, hover over to the left side of the screen. You should be able to click on the pop-up, and then you can see the deck list. So I'm just going to go for it here. I mean, if this works, if this works, I just can't see myself losing. Even if they reanimate some stuff, I can attack with 2 creatures, and they can only block 1. So I think we just win if this resolves. And I have Force backup, so I don't think it's going to get better from here. So I think I just need to play it like this. Drawing the Nexus was really nice too. And the City Sewers. Okay, so it looks like we are going to be playing against Reanimator. What's the only thing I'm afraid of? If they reanimate the flying threats, what's the name? Help me out here, guys. What's the name of the flying creature? Not Atraxa, the other one. But they keep a card on top. They could play Bowmasters. Because then they ping the Nexus. And then they block Glistener Elf. That could be unfortunate. However, if I draw a land, that's irrelevant. We'll see. They Dark Ritual. I'm gonna let that one resolve. The One Ring, I'm gonna counter that one. Let's see if they have force. Even if they do, it's still by far. I'm still very favored here. Okay, they have a force. That's unfortunate. But nothing I can do about it. I can still just attack. Best thing to draw here would probably be another Nexus. That's not great. I'm just going to yield. Still, they need to find double removal spell here. I mean, they're going to draw 3 cards in total, so they can find some stuff, but I still think I'm favored. I'm just going to yield because whatever. Who cares? Cycle Street Wraith. So is this some kind of weird Doomsday build? I'm not sure what I'm playing against. It feels to me like I'm playing against Doomsday. If it is Doomsday, well, I mean, that's a good matchup. One Ring is awkward, but what you gonna do? They brainstorm. So how can I lose here? I guess if they play another One Ring, then then we are really getting some awkward stuff. Yeah, for some reason the deck list's functionality doesn't work. You can hover over to the left side of the screen and then you can click on the pop-up and you should be able to see my deck. Well, that was awkward. So I was just sitting here waiting and they just concede. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is correct by them. I can't see us losing, and I think what they want to do is they want to hide information because now my guess is that it's Doomsday, but I'm not 100% sure. Well, I guess we'll find out. So I'm going to play the Flusterstorm for sure. I'm going to play the Veils. I'm just going to sideboard as if this was Doomsday, because that's what it feels like. Could be wrong, but we'll find out soon. I want to take out this. Don't want to have Legolas. Anything else we want to cut? Maybe not. I could cut the 4th Inkmoth. I really don't want to have Inkmoth against... yeah, I think that's fine. I really don't want to have that against Doomsday. So I take out my combo suite, as I said before. Thoughts on Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth? With the higher colorless land count, works with Invigorate. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, but the thing is I just don't like playing those cards if you don't play crop rotation. I don't think that playing one extra of those makes it worthwhile. Keep in mind that even if I have Yavimayas, I'm never going to actually... Well, never. I'm usually not going to tap Wastelands or Inkmoths for mana anyway. It's a nice idea, don't get me wrong. But I think if I want to be playing Yavimaya, I'm going to play crop rotation as well. Maybe it's time to test crop rotation again. I've been trying to iterate on the Infect list. Well, I've been doing that forever, but I really want to push Wasteland in the deck again, but I haven't found a way to make it work. And I think this is the way how. You know, playing 18 lands, 8 of which being colorless is greedy, but Lorien makes it, it's fine. We also have 4 Loriens, 4 Nobles, so if you count those as like mana, we have more than enough mana in the deck. Yeah, that's fine, let's keep. Don't have a threat, but I have a lot of going on, so I'm not unhappy here, especially with the Wastelands. I played a European Legacy Masters qualifier this weekend with my trusty banned Infect list. Not this one. My latest build, and I went 4-2, losing against the Stompy deck, which is something that I always do. It's a horrible matchup. And then I lost a game where I had to melt a 5 and 6, so I was feeling pretty happy. If I got to play Magic, the list felt great. Endurance is a good pickup. I'm just going to play Noble here. Pass. Playing the Swamp. Are they playing around my Wasteland? Naughty, naughty. Lorien, okay. I hope you're all doing good, by the way. I want to thank each and every one of you for all your support. My Patreon has really been taking off, and so is my YouTube, which is lovely. Cool. My streams have also been attracting a lot of viewers, so honestly, guys, you're amazing. It's really nice to be back. Blue, Ponder. Okay. I'm probably just going to Wasteland, the Underground, attack with Noble, and pass. I have a question for you guys. This is quite an important one. Let me know what you guys think. I've been people don't know this, but I play a lot of legacy decks. Yes, don't get me wrong. Infect is my baby. It always is. But I have actually played a lot of decks in the past before, and I've actually been thinking about maybe playing these decks in tournaments from time to time. I am also playing Delver occasionally, and I'm also playing a control list. The main reason why I'm thinking of playing these in other tournaments as well is cards being as powerful as they are currently in Legacy. It makes for very awkward situations where I'm just way too predictable. You know, people see me, they know I'm an Infect, and they keep the perfect hand against me. I'm always fighting an uphill battle, and I've been feeling like if I would just start when my opponent keeps a hand like full of removal, right? And I just start with Island, Ponder, Go, and I'm on a control list. I may just win the game out of nowhere. Thanks for the follow, cheers. And I was just wondering how you guys would feel if I would play other decks than Infect on stream. If you don't like that, that's fine. I'm just curious. I don't know. How would you guys feel if I play other decks from time to time? I do want to point out that I would only be doing that if I would be streaming like at least once a week. I applied to the creator program of Magic Online, and if I get selected, that would mean I have to make at least 5 pieces of content each month, and that would mean I get more time to do that. So I'm just throwing that out there. Let me know how you feel. Keep in mind, I would not stop playing Infect. I'll tell you that. I would still play Infect, but I would occasionally play a different deck. Let's see. How is this list compared to what you've played last weekend? This is the first game of the league, so too soon to tell. Ask me the same question in like 3 or 4 rounds. You're one of the only content creators who keeps up with Infect. I'm probably the only one. So again, I'm not quitting Infect. Never. Infect is my prime deck, my baby, my jam. I'm never quitting in playing Infect. I would just occasionally play something different. So this is becoming a bit awkward. Do I want to keep this Endurance? With the way my hand is set up, I actually want my opponents to kind of go for it. Play Doomsday, and then I can just kill them. I think I'm going to Ponder first, see if I can find an Infect threat. That's probably better. No, this is why I really love these Lorians, though, because now I have Force, Double Force, and Lorien. Oh, wow, okay, this is pretty great. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pick Vader Summer here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chill this turn. And next turn, I'm going to be picking up... well, I'm probably going to end of turn, play Endurance, and kill them that way. I don't think I want that to Invigorate. I do think I want to have that Daze so I can cycle away the Lorien. I'm not sure. But, I mean, this hand is really good. So, yeah. Is there a strategy archetype you have in mind as your alternative? Yes, I play Delver and Jeskai Control as well. And if I get selected for the creator program, I can start, that means I have unlimited resources, and then I can start really brewing. So I'm going to be playing a lot of weird stuff. We'll see. I applied. No news yet. Didn't you just started the league? Good luck. I hope it works out. Me too. Thanks. We'll see. Same deck gets stale over time. It's good to play different decks. That's a thing that I have an issue with for a lot of decks. And the funny thing is that for me personally, because I've tried a ton of decks in Legacy, and the only deck that doesn't get stale for me is Infect, because it requires so much thinking and so much planning ahead that this is why the only reason why I've been able to play Infect for as long as I have is because it never gets boring. Every single game is different, where I have not had that experience playing different decks. Playing other decks makes you a better player? Yes, that is definitely true, which is why I like playing other decks. It depends. I don't think I'm going to be learning a lot. For example, if I would be playing Moonstompy, it wouldn't really help me getting better at Infect. But in general, you're definitely correct. Okay, so Dark Ritual. Yeah, that's not going to resolve. I really hope... Please let them force here. This would just be perfect. That's unfortunate. I mean, it's not fortunate, you know. I got what I wanted, but still, I would really want them to force, and I could veil. So I'm going to draw the days here. Now I will attack, so I can play around a potential days. Do I want to attack? I think so. I want to play endurance. Okay, so I'm just going to chill. Now what I can do is, I really want to have every card here. I want to pitch Lorien to force. I want to have days for when they hardcast another Ring or Doomsday, and I also want to have Veil of Summer. But hardcasting endurance and then dazing this would be fine. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to draw the Invigorate if I want to keep the Lorien. Loriens are also fetch lands, which is what makes them really nice. I could also just cycle the Lorien, get a Tropical, and pass. Daze is not getting particularly better the longer the game goes on, but you know, the One Ring costing 4 is relevant. I think I'm just going to hardcast the Endurance, really. And probably not select them, since they have Cavern of Souls in here. Kind of like that. Them not having Cavern of Souls, you never know. Did you sign up for any MagicCon Amsterdam events? Fortunately, no. I'm going to be on holiday with friends that weekend. That was already planned. So this is a thing that I've been seeing people play all the time. Carpet of Flowers. I'm just going to ignore this. Carpet of Flowers is really not that great against Infect as it is against Delver. People play it all the time. Don't get me wrong, it's okay. But like, what's it going to do? This game, I'm just never going to get an island again. And I'm fine. So they will gain 1 green mana. That's not worth a card in my opinion. Anyway. Yeah, too bad, unfortunately. If it was a different weekend, I would definitely attend, but unfortunately. Ponder. So now that they have Carpet of Flowers, that does make it so Daze is probably horrible. So I think I'm going to flash in Endurance now. Yeah, I need a threat. Then again, what I could also do is I could just cycle Lorien and then see what happens. That's probably safer. I'm going to do that. Keep the Endurance. 125 euros. Damn, that's... that's honestly ridiculously expensive. I didn't know it was that expensive. I'm not sure if I would be going if that's the price. Okay, so we have found Blighted Agent. That's better than Endurance. I will play this Tropical. They have 3 cards in hand. This is another reason why I just don't think that Carpet of Flowers is that good. I don't care if they have mana. What are you gonna do? Play one of your 3 cards? It's not gonna change my game plan at all. I mean, okay. The modern GP is 150. Yikes. Yeah, yeah, you're right about that. It's a 75k. Yeah, it's still expensive, but it's fine. I mean, I would probably go if I if I didn't have a holiday. What I also love about Infect is that how castable Lorien is. It's ridiculous. I've cast Lorien when I've been trying it a lot of times. You know, Nobles makes it so you 5 mana is not out of the question at all. In fact, if I'm really desperate, what I could do is I could Invigorate Agent, daze it, and then replay the land to be able to have the Lorien. So, do I want to daze here or do I want a Lorien? I probably want to pitch the daze. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to make that happen. And that means that I am able to cast Lorien if I draw land. I mean, we're playing against Doomsday, right? I'm still assuming it's Doomsday, but I could just be horribly wrong here. Everything that I've been seeing just screams Doomsday. I was thinking about whether or not I should be cute here and try and cast the Lorien, but let's just you know, let's just slam in 3 times and win the game. That's probably better. So they have now seen the One Rings in 20 cards. So statistically, we should be safe of seeing another One Ring. But, you know, we'll see. He's not going to use Carpet. That's a good sign. Brainstorm. Okay. How are you all feeling about the current Legacy meta? I've been seeing a lot of talks about people not enjoying Legacy right now, other people really enjoying it. I'm actually having a lot of fun. But I know that the opinions are different. Let's just leave it at that. Not using Carpet, that's a good sign. Another Daze. Okay, I'm just going to attack twice. So here's number 1. I'm just going to chill. Not going to do anything. You quit a while ago? But what do you mean with a while? Legacy is going to gut spot. Stop when initiative came. I feel you. Initiative is really bad for Infect too. Okay, well that was... So basically what we did is we counted the 1 ring twice and we won the game. Do you guys think we were playing against Doomsday? I still think we were, but... I don't know. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm gonna keep. You want to test one of the blue-green surveillance? I like blue-green surveillance. What I would do is, and what I'm gonna test myself once I have received my surveil land that I bought, is I'm just going to add it. I don't think you want to be cutting lands for a surveil land because it enters tap, which is unfortunate. So I'm actually going to just play 19 lands. Lovely here. Crop rotation it is. That's okay. I'm still playing Infect, so we can still race. As a Saga. Okay, that's fine. Exactly. Swords is... I think you really need to have swords. I would not cut Savannah. I would rather cut a tropical island than Savannah, probably. Wow, okay. This is really good. I think I just Wasteland Ancient Tomb. Right? Or do I want to Wasteland Saga? I'm not sure. Okay, chat, help me out here. What would you do? I think I want a Wasteland Tomb here. Reason for that is that sure they get to make a token, but they get to do that anyway. And if I played like that, that means that they also lose Saga, so they have 0 lands. However, they do get to search up an artifact, so that would be a reason for me to Wasteland Saga. But I think Wastelanding Ancient Tomb is better. This is lands. What can they get? I'm assuming it's lands. What can they get? Like... Yeah, I guess diamond to get mana. Needle, possibly. But what are they gonna name? They've seen double Wasteland. They will not put me on Infect. Okay, I'm just gonna Wasteland Ancient Tomb. Already really liking this build. You see that I haven't had any issues with mana right now, even though I'm playing 8 colorless lands. Wasteland is just so powerful, especially in Infect. Another Urza Saga. Okay, looks like there's going to be a race, but I'm fine racing. Crucible of Worlds. Damn. That's a good pickup. Okay, so I'm just going to ponder here. Crucible of Worlds. This is a... Yes, we are playing 4 Wastelands. Crucible of Worlds is a very unusual thing to be playing. Ooh! But that is perfect. You can see why I really like the Wasteland aspect in the deck, right? Our deck is just so powerful that we can kill so early. So I'm going to next turn play Nexus Agent. I have Daze, Falls, Backup, and I have Lethal the turn afterwards. So I'm okay. If what they are probably going to be doing is they want to try and race, but you can't race Infect. No Maze, please. Yeah, if they want to have Maze, they've already used a crop rotation. So if they have another one, I can just kill them. Because I can counter the crop rotation. So what I really hope is that that they make a token and then get an artifact. I'm gonna have to block with agents. That is unfortunate. I'm kind of hoping that they don't make a token. We'll see. We get a diamond. Now they can just make... Ooh, Pithing Needle. They have not played a land yet. So, otherwise, what I would have done is I would have dazed here. And then, after they pay, I could force Pithing Needle. And then, they would not be able to make a token. But now, what I'm going to do is... I'm definitely going to force... Question is, what am I going to pitch? I know that Glisnorov's on top. So I could potentially block. I want to make it so I win. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to pitch Lorien. Because I need this Ink Moth next to win the game, because otherwise we just lose. Okay. So this doesn't change anything. Had I dazed, they would have just played the land. They haven't played the land with Crucible. So if I don't block, I'm dead, because they will just make another token. Too many sagas here, so I'm going to have to block with Blighted Agent. Yep. Here we go. Crop rotation, another crop. Yikes! They just had it all. Not much I could have done this game. This was, especially the Crucible of Worlds was really insane. It's been a real long while since I've seen Crucible of Worlds out of lands. And it's also not that great against Infect specifically, but it was against what I was trying to do. Okay, so let's just play these Force of Figures. They're going to be excellent. I'm on the play, so I don't want to have Force. They are bad. And I'm going to play one Endurance. That's it. Matchup's pretty good. No need to change a whole lot. You play Days on the play and Force on the draw. That's a keep because I have Sylvan Library. Sylvan Library is just so good. Love the card. Alright, what do you have from your friend? Ancient Tomb, that's fine. I always love when this happens. Sphere of Resistance. I start with Noble. I couldn't care less. So I'm just going to fetch. Sylvan Library. I can safely heal now. I'm going to be very aggressive with the Sylvan Library. Just draw 3 cards all the time. Unless if it's like, you know, triple land, then I don't want to have that. But so I don't want to have you. I do want to have Days. Let's fetch away card on top. Ponder. Lorien is coming into castable. Ooh. Wow. 4 of a kind. That's a clear shuffle. Any order, I'm fine with that. Yes, shuffle. Triple Days. I think that's a first. So I'm going to keep this Lorien. I can cast it. Not particularly exciting. So what I'm going to do is I want to shuffle away these bad cards. So I'm just going to Lorien. Okay. Play Brainstorm. That's good. Let's play him like this. Didn't really matter what I was putting back. I knew that I was always going to play Glisnorath, so. So now we will see what they do. If they okay. Nothing I could do there. That was unfortunate. Sylvan Library was, I'm not gonna lie, kind of horrendous. I even found all of my lands before doing anything, so yikes. Why am I even playing Sylvan Library if you don't find anything useful? It's a good hand. Kind of hoping that they counter the first Sylvan Library now. What I also love about this start is that if they Wasteland me now, that would be so good. Sanders Lounge. Okay. They just F6. Whew. Okay. Just gonna take him big, and you never know. I'm not sure what I'm up against, so if they have like a random Cabal Therapy and they name Brainstorm, I would feel horrible. Again, I want to be aggressive with the Sylvan Library. Another reason why Library is so good is that even if they have Bowmasters, you don't have to draw the cards. Well, that's pretty horrendous. Why am I playing Sylvan Library? Okay, let's Brainstorm. I want to shuffle away these bad cards. So I took one extra just in the hopes of me finding a land. Didn't find a land, but okay. I did find Legolas. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to do absolutely nothing. Because I think how I get to win the game here is next turn, Invigorate and Embiggen on Nexus is lethal. So if I can just protect it with Legolas, we win. Harry, thanks for the follow. Cheers, appreciate it. Especially with my opponent having done nothing. And not even trying to force. I feel like this is okay. Bowmasters. So I don't care about Bowmasters. Not even going to respond. You can kill Noble. I don't care. Why did they not Bowmasters in response to my Brainstorm, though? I guess they were afraid. I don't know. Beanstalk. Okay, sure. So I already have everything that I want. So I'm going to say no. Let's animate Nexus. Use Invigorate here. Embiggen. Kind of hoping that this is going to be one of those games where I show you how much Infect does not care about Bowmasters. And why I believe that Legolas is such a huge upgrade, and why I think that Embiggen is such a huge upgrade. Because Embiggen on Nexus is +5/+5, which is honestly nuts. And I just won the game. If they could have 1 swords and double Force Will, and I'm still going to win the game. Because that's how powerful Legolas is. So, that doesn't work. Okay. So what Leyline Binding says is non-land, and Inkmoth Nexus is a land. So I think we're playing against a relatively new player who's about to, who's about to lose. Maybe they have Solitude left, and maybe they have Solitude in the deck, and they wanted to draw it. That could be a thing, of course. Shouldn't you activate Nexus itself because Legolas untaps it? Yes, that would be better. However, this is a bit more in-depth, but the thing is, if I would do that, I'm really, really telling my opponent that, yes, I have Legolas. I'm going to kill you with it, so you have to counter my stuff. By playing it like this, I was never going to use the mana anyway, so it would be better to play it like this, because here my opponent does not know that I have Legolas, right? I was playing towards not having it, if that makes sense. And as I said, what control players usually want to do is they want to swords at the last possible timing. So here they would swords and then have like double force backup, and I would win through that. Does that make any sense? Okay, so I'm gonna sideboard. Relatively straightforward. So I'm no longer playing the Berserks. So I don't need to cut those. And there we go. This is difficult. If I draw a land, good to go. So here's what I should be thinking about. I am playing currently, in my deck, there are 17 lands left. I also have 4 Lorien, I have 4 Nobles. 25 cards that allow me to play Sylvan Library, and I have 2 draw steps. So, statistically, I should keep because that's about half of my deck. And I'm going to draw 2 cards. So statistically, should be able to find one of those. Last weekend, I got a 4-1. Win first round top 8. Lost to the same Delver that beat me in the Swiss. I can do worse. I played a European Legacy Masters qualifier 2 weeks ago. I made it to the finals, and I won against Green-White Depths in the Swiss, and I lost the finals against the same player that I played against in the Swiss. And I have never lost against that player before. And I think that Green-White Depths is an excellent matchup for us. So it still hurts. Don't get me wrong, he's a great player. That's not the thing. It just hurts. Okay, so as expected, we found the card we needed. I'm just going to pass. Lorien feels really good right now in the deck. Maybe I should think about adding a Tundra. Let's see. So I'm kind of hoping that they fight over this. I have another one. So usually if you resolve a Sylvan Library against a control deck, you just win the game. That's the way it is. Nice. So I'm gonna let this happen. Lost Counterbalance twice. Counterbalance can be really unfortunate. Then going to Lorien. We're going to resolve Sylvan Library next turn and win the game. Up the Beanstalk. So normally I never fight over Up the Beanstalks. However, I think the way the game is set up, the only way how I can lose is if they draw more cards than me, because I have Sylvan Library. So I'm just going to counter this. Now, if they have, what's the name? The enchantment that get rid of Sylvan Library, that's unfortunate. But, I mean, that means they have 0 cards left, so I would still be okay with this. Just going to draw everything. A lot of pump spells here. I have not missed Berserk in any single matchup yet. Okay, not the best draws, but okay, I'll just take it. If I find a threat, we should be able to crush them. Who knows, maybe I can go for regular damage. But that's probably asking for a lot, especially without Berserk. Yikes, Penraven. I can hardcast Force of Will, though. Okay, so do I care? I think my answer is going to be no. So I'm just going to save my Noble. I have more than enough cards anyway, so I don't care. Then again, okay, so here's what I'm thinking. They have 1 card in hand, right? I think what they're going to do is if I want to draw these cards, see what I find. I want to find a threat, and I think I just win, even through the Bowmasters. Because if I draw 2 cards, what's going to happen is they're going to fire it off to me because they can't kill Noble. So I'm going to go down to 8. Probably just going to take 1 card. And then they have a 3/3 and a 1/1. I can block the 3/3, kill it with Noble, and if I find Legolas, I can just kill both. So I'm actually just going to draw. Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to put this one on top. That one too. Okay. Again, Infect does not care about Bowmasters, because we can just kill them through the effect that it provides. So play the Nexus. Now the only thing that I want is to find a blue card, and then we just win. So I'm going to shuffle, see 3 fresh cards, kill them through it. I'm going to try and even kill the Orc army. What I could also do is I could just kill the Bowmasters, fight over that. Then I can just draw all the cards I want. Can't imagine them trying to kill Noble. Yeah, I'm going to kill the Orc army. Probably better. If they use a removal on Noble, I'm really happy. That's just perfect. Go ahead, my friend. Get rid of Noble for me. They do not take the bait. So now... Yeah, I think I just want to try and win, so I am going to draw. I just want to find a blue card. There we go. So... What do I want to pitch? Probably Force. Do I want to save Noble? I don't think so, really. Noble dies, which is okay. I'm just going to fire off these Invigorates. Again, not the best draws here with Sylvan Library. Best draw would be Legolas. Okay. So now we just need to attack next turn. They could also just have... thought that they just have, like, Bowmasters in hand and they want to kill me from there. We'll see. Wasteland, that would be horrible. They find Wasteland. Screw me, dude. They attack. So now the question is, do they have swords plus force of will? That would be... That would be unfortunate. Okay, so now I am going to say no. Then we have the swords. Now they don't have... Okay, so I think we win. They only had 1 planes, so we knew that they needed to have exactly force to get to win through this. So this was quite a demonstration of how Infect really does not care about Bowmasters. It's like a bad Fatal Push that costs more and also does not target for, Inkmoth Nexus if I do not want it to, right? I have drawn now like 3 to 4 extra cards off of Sylvan Library willingly through Bowmasters. That's the thing. Bowmasters is a good card, don't get me wrong, but you don't have to draw the cards if you don't want to. You can still draw them, which is also really good for us. So I can navigate my way through it. Rarely I'm afraid of Bowmasters. In fact, I'm really happy the way the meta has shifted since Bowmasters exists, because with Bowmasters, people are not afraid of 1/1s anymore, so they are no longer playing Plague Engineers, which is something that I'm very afraid of. They're also no longer playing Fatal Pushes, or not as much, which is a card that I'm much more afraid of. Also, Bowmasters is just a 1/1. It shoots for 1 damage, so every pump spell that I have protects my creatures. I could go on, but I think it's clear that I'm not very afraid of Bowmasters. Okay, I'm gonna mulligan here. Ooh, yikes, we are playing against this dude right here. He is a massive flamer. So we are gonna... Here's my prediction. If I'm gonna win, he's gonna flame. We'll see how long it takes us to see some flame. If this had a colored land in here, it would be excellent. So now I'm gonna have to mulligan, unfortunately. Oh, that's a keep. That's good. Let's see if we can use these Wastelands, shall we? So I'm gonna just play Elfin Palms. You're afraid they will ban it? I don't think so. I really don't think that's... I really don't think that's gonna happen. Have you tried Shapers with Bowmasters? Yeah, if you want to play Shapers, you have to play Velar Summer. It's ridiculous, because then you just draw all the cards, and then you have Velar Summer, and that means you can just ignore all the triggers. It's hilarious. Okay, so now, this is unfortunate. They know about the Wastelands now, and they have a basic. If this was not a basic, we would be fine, but possible that we're just... these Wastelands are going to be awkward, especially against this Rescaminator. I'm going to trim a couple of them. I'm not going to trim all of them. I'm going to trim a couple, because they are not very great against this deck. I'm going to brainstorm, dig for some cards. I want to shuffle away these Wastelands for sure, now that they've seen them. I'm going to play the Trops, and I'm in. I'm going to wait what my opponent does, and in my upkeep, depending on what they've played, I'm going to shuffle away these Wastelands with Lorien, or I may draw one. We shall see. Okay, so that means I'm going to draw Dorothy Voidwalker. I don't care about Dorothy Voidwalker at all. I'm gonna let that one resolve. So now I'm gonna draw the Wasteland. Okay, I'm gonna draw the other Wasteland as well. I think I'm just gonna force this one. All right, interesting. Wait, what? Dorothy can't block. It has shadow. Blocker. Oh, nice. I have literally never played against this card in Legacy before. Nice. Good to know. Wasteland, sure. Sneaky, sneaky. Does that change anything towards my clock? It probably does. Let's just start slamming in. Yeah, I've never... I mean, usually, you know, Dorothy Voidwalker is a card that's put into the sideboard of Reanimator decks, and they bring it in against fair decks, but they never bring in... They never bring it in against Infect. I mean, that's not worth it. It's too slow. It's probably going to be the first card they take out, because look how bad it is against me. It just doesn't do anything. It's really bad. Nice that I can daze here. Wow, I really don't care about this at all. So they force my daze. That's okay. I mean, every single pump spell I draw is going to be lethal, so I'm going to play the Nexus here because I can animate Nexus next turn. They're probably going to keep back the Grief. If they don't, they're dead. So, nice. I should have already won this game, but I messed up with the shadow. So let's just use this. One thing that's really important to know is that, especially as you're playing Infect, the Reanimator deck does not play any removal spells in the main board. So feel free to use your pump spells and just go for it whenever you can. I do not count Bowmaster as a removal spell, by the way. Okay, so that was fairly easy. Even with the Wasteland, they were pretty good. I'm gonna play all my stuff. You know, it's look at the sideboard. I think it's clear for which deck I've created my sideboard, right? Taking out stuff, that's much more difficult though. So as I said, they don't have a lot of removal spells. They may have Swords to Plows deck main. It's possible. I'm on the draw. I really don't like Forceful against this deck. It's basically a Delver-ish deck. And it's so awkward, you know, taking out stuff. Next isn't that great. I should probably trim some number of Wastelands. I don't want to go too low on my land count, though. I should probably keep the Wastelands, you know. 15 land is really pushing it. I could trim some number of... That's probably better. Or maybe this... Yeah, I think this is better. You do not lose... You're not going to win this game by going combo. You need to stop them from winning. That's how you win. Yeah, pretty good. Let's keep. Let's see, what time is it? I may have to quit after this game. We shall see. How long? Oh, nice. That's a good draw. In my regular list right now, I'm playing 4 Endurances and a Cage, just to show you how much I am prepared for the Scaminator matchup. Take the basics. That's fine. That's fine, my friend. Okay, let's brainstorm. Dig for some lands. Put them like this. And pass. I'm just gonna chill, you know. Do I care? It's a nuisance. Nothing more, really. Sylvan Library is a really good pickup. I freaking love Sylvan Library, dude. Especially in this list. It's so powerful. Next turn I can now play Sylvan Library, have Cluster Storm, Daze, and Veil of Summer all to my disposal. It's so good. I really like this build that I've created. The fact that you can play Wasteland is just so good. It's so powerful. And now they have to start moving now. If we do get to game 3, I'm definitely going to board out Wastelands because it's clear that they are very heavily into basics. This is great. So I'm just going to let this one resolve. If I can cash in this Veil of Summer, that's just always so good. Especially since they've now just thrown away... Ah, perfect. They've just thrown away 2 cards for a 3-2 with Menace. Who cares? I'm going to draw probably everything. Ooh, that's not good. I'm going to draw them anyway. I need to... My cards are good, you know. I should be able to win through this if I'm smart about it. Let's think. I could hardcast Endurance. Then I don't have Blusters to my disposal. That means I would only have to discard 1 card. So I'm going to do that. I mean, I'm going to find the swords soon. And that would mean I just win the game from there. How many fetches? In my list? Depends. If you count Lorien as a fetch, which I do, I still have 8. I just swap my fetches. But I also have nobles. This is why I was thinking about maybe I should play a Tundra, so I could find it with Lorien. Plague Engineer, this is why I love Endurance. I don't care. Are they going to name... Okay, they do name Phyrexian. I was wondering. So I'm going to put this one and this one. I just need to find Savannah. What? Should have asked sooner. I mean, I've seen 20 cards now, so it's pretty normal that I find it. Let's see how we're going to play this. Ideally, I want to have them make the move, so I want swords in their turn. I don't really need this Endurance, so I'm probably just going to swords, grief, and block Plague Engineer. That makes it easy for me. Ephemerate. Do I care? Yeah, I probably do. Let's just counter it. Effect's too good, especially with a rebound, you know. It's too powerful. Okay, feeling pretty good. Especially with me having Inkmoth Nexus. So I'm going to be able to kill them next turn. Because what's going to happen is they are going to rely on Plague Engineer. And I can just get rid of it. I think this is one of those games where you can see how important swords is. Never mind. I'm actually just going to block. This probably means that they have Ephemerate or some other effect. Otherwise, they wouldn't do this. Or they can reanimate it. I don't know. Thanks for the follow. Cheers. Appreciate it a ton. So, as I said, they probably have reanimate or something like that, which is something that I want to get rid out of their hand. So, bye-bye. Ooh, that's unfortunate, because I can't daze here. Okay, doesn't matter. But still okay. Okay, wow. I'm gonna have to do some heavy thinking here because it comes back at the beginning of the next end step. So I just need to win now. One more pump spell and we got this. One noble and we got this. So I'm not unhappy here. I am unhappy with that. So I'm gonna take one of these. Brainstorm, dig for a win. Yep, there we go. That's it. So I'm gonna put them like this. How am I gonna lose? Honestly, I don't know. The safest play here for me is to put them like this. Because I can now stop literally everything. I'm gonna play the Noble. Animate like this. And now I have Clusterstorm and Dazer. So I can't see us losing from this spot, really. There we go. Let's just slam in and annihilate them. There we go. Boom. Relatively easy win. There we go. So we have we have Solitude covered. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. And now Snuff Out, and then I Flusterstorm. Let's go. Put it up perfectly. Set it up perfectly. I knew everything that was coming. No flame. What's wrong? Nice. Okay, we have time. I'm going to play the next game because that means I actually finish the league. Nice. Keep. Lorien. My man. My man Lorien. So I'm just going to play Inkmoth Nexus and Yield. I really like this build, dude. I really do. It's so hilariously funny. Okay, so do I want to Wasteland that? Or do I want to just play Sim Library and have Daze protection? It's probably better to Wasteland now because I have another Lorien. Let's hope that they don't play Ancient Tomb now. Should have kept my mouth shut. Okay, so I'm just going to play Trop, Sylvan Library. And there we go. They are a good painter player, that's good to know. I mean, I always assume that my opponents are good, but they don't have colored map. That's really nice. So Wastelanding the Furnace was the way to go. So I'm going to draw Invigorate and kill them. That's... you know. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you feel like this mastermind that knows everything. Boom. Yep, let's go to the next one. Yeah, Simian Pyroblast. If they have it, sure, but you're never going to be able to play around everything. So that's the thing about playing Infect. You need to set up the best position that you can have. And I think I really needed to go for it here. Okay, so pretty straightforward. Sword's really good. Force of Vigor really good. You don't really need protection. Wasteland is medium. It's not bad. It's not great. You know, let's just get rid of these Legolas's. Because I don't really care about what else they have. I don't really like Days on the draw. So that's probably it. Don't think Graveyard Hate is worth it. We don't need it. Let's submit. Nice. Let's see if we could get a 4-1 out of this with this build, winning every single game with 2-0 and losing one pretty awkward game with 0-2. That would be nice. That would be nice. I have Silver Library, so I'm going to keep. I'm going to draw Force of Vigor because I like that card. Okay, so I already found Lorien. I'm talking about I already found the land, so I don't need to use Lorien. So I can pitch it to Force Will, which I'm definitely going to find. So I'm not even going to Lorien end of turn. Sylvan Library is just ridiculously good in this matchup. Honestly, it's good almost everywhere except Delver. I'm just going to, again, you've seen me do this a lot. I'm very aggressive with my Sylvan library. Give me them cards. They're also not doing a whole lot, so I feel like I can do this. So now I just need to find a threat, and then I think we win. Yep, there we go. I'm going to put them like this, and then this, and then that. There we go. Nice. Saga, okay. I think I want to have some kind of protection spell now. So I may... let's think here. Magus. Definitely gonna Lorien. I just need to find swords now. I have nobles, so I can pretty much still win with every single threat that I find. Now I really need to find swords. So let's just say okay. Fury. That's the only issue. Fury was the thing that kills me here. This is how usually people ask me how the matchup against Painter is. It's very good. Painter is quite an easy matchup. If you lose against Painter, you lose against the Blood Moon effects. You lose against the Stompy effects. You do not lose against Painter on its own. If I find myself losing to Painter because they have Blood Moon or Magus, it's the same thing. That's next level thinking. Yeah, that's fine. Let's keep. Mountain. Grindstone. Okay. I want to have my threat, so... Yeah, I think I need to add a Tundra. That's one thing that I would change. This deck needs Tundra, because you can find it with Lorien. That's very clear. Welder is fine. Why did they not do this the other way around? I guess they have some way to stop this Pyroblast from resolving. They can pay for a daze. That's probably a mistake. Am I missing something? Maybe I shouldn't have embiggened, because now I can't force a vigor. That's probably a mistake on my end. I'm not playing the tightest. Let me just... Let me start by saying that. I'm not really putting on my A game here. Okay, that's fine. Engineer is okay. I was just afraid of Magus. So let's Island Cycling. Cut a trop or a fetch? Probably a trop. Gonna draw a green card. Indeed. So I need to find my Savannah. These combinations of goblins are really unfortunate. So I'm just gonna let it happen and die here gracefully. So I think the main issue here is I need to find a way to get my white sources, because I think against Painter, both games I lost because I was not able to fetch up my white cards or my white lands to play the swords, and that was really, really an issue. So I think I'm just going to do this straight away. I'm going to leave everything as it is, but this list definitely needs a Tundra, because you can find that with Lorien. I think I have a Tundra. There we go. So I'm just going to cut one tropical in here and swap it for that. Tundra is really in my latest build, or in my previous build, I also played a Tundra and I really missed it. I think you need it if you want to be playing Lorien. I could also see myself not playing the Savannah and only playing the Tundra, but no, I don't know. Maybe that's the thing to do, because you just want to find the wild card whenever you can. This felt really good. Apart from that, I could have definitely played it a bit more, well, a bit better. Game number 5, But I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit tired, and I was not playing for a 5-0, so I was not at my sharpest. So I did have a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed this build as well. Give it a try. If you have the cards, I would not recommend buying them, but if you have them, give it a shot. I do like it. I will iterate some more on this. I had a lot of fun with it. Maybe I should, let's see, improvements. One thing that's really clear is I did not miss Berserk in a single game. So I think the time for Berserk is maybe gone. Even in my usual builds. That's something that I really felt after playing my last couple of tournaments. And what I always like doing is after a tournament thinking about, so which cards were really good and which cards were bad. And Berserk was very bad because whenever I drew it, I really wished it was probably literally anything else. Because Legolas does the same, but better. It's also a protection spell, it's also a removal spell. So that's what the deck wants. So that's the direction I'm going towards. So maybe my next stream is going to be my usual build, but then with that idea implemented, I'll see. I'll see what I come up with. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I really enjoyed you all being here. If you have any questions for me, you can always spam them now, then I may have time to answer them. But if you have enjoyed this, don't forget to follow, subscribe, or maybe donate. Helps me out a ton. But if not, I will see you all soon, and this video will be put on YouTube. Bye.